Assalamu alaikum, brother and sister. Today I would like to have a brief interaction with you to express my viewpoint regarding our failings, which has crippled our state, which has failed our state, which has weakened the cause of the Kashmir ultimately. And these failings, these weaknesses are attached with us since 1970. Fascist, we do not think for our national interest, we think emotionally as the rest of the world does. And this thing has to be inculcated into our people. Nations have only their own particular self-interest. Like it became obvious with the current situation that no one has condemned India in a manner it has to be condemned, even from the Muslim Ummah. And some has even not given a brief statement to condemn the India, like Saudi Arabia, like UAE, like Iran. So they have not condemned it because their national interests entrenched in Indian interests. Their economies are integrated with each other, and few have only given condemning statements which are of no value. Then coming over to the second failing, our educational system. Currently, we have more than 2 crore out of the school going children. Unless we are not going to tackle this situation, we cannot move forward. Then coming over to the madrasas. Madrasa reforms are very much needed to this country. We are producing the zombies, we are producing the fanatics, we are producing the religious zealots which have harmed this country so much and are continuing to inflict the harm. Then coming over to the institutions. Our institutions are inefficient, corrupt, and this includes those who have to act as a watchdog like FBR, NAB, police, judiciary, etc. Then coming over to the water scarcity. If India can abrogate Article 370A, that day is not far when witnessing their own interest in the backdrop of the climate change, they can abrogate the Indus Water Treaty as we are a low riparian country. Our all rivers comes from the India. Then coming over to the population explosion, we have the current population of more than 20 crore, and in the coming decades it is going to touch 40 crore, from where we are going to feed these mouths, and this aspect is also linked with our religious beliefs. Then coming over to the substandard scientific education which we have, which basically discourage the innovation, which ultimately is being reflected into our poor economy. Then coming over to this, our superstitious beliefs, and we are always in search of the conspiracy theory. Then coming over to the beliefs on the fake peers, quacks, and homeopathic. This basically also speaks of the mental retardedness and mental backwardness, and this requires a major overhaul, and this can only be done through a right kind of educational reform by only giving the scientific education. Then in our country, religion is used as a weapon. It is being instrumentalized by the religious parties, religious factions, whosoever criticize them. They give the religious edicts against them and silence them. People are not being rewarded on the basis of meritocracy. Instead, they are being rewarded on the basis of sect, creed, color, intercessions. Then other dire aspect which is gripping us today is we are being led by the feudals, aristocrats, which in Urdu is known as ashraf. In actually they are not ashrafia, but they are badmashia. Unless a common man could not rise on the basis of the competition, on the basis of the merit, or democracy, or institutions cannot work. Similarly, the climate change aspect, we are the 7th most affected country, and our glaciers are melting. Mass displacement can occur in Thar, in Balochistan, and in many cases it has begun. So we have to confront this issue as well. We have to address and resolve. These are the few issues which I have enumerated, and there are many more. Unless we seriously do the introspection and confront these issues bravely, there is no hope. And if someone is giving someone hope without addressing and resolving these issues, that gentleman is living in fool paradise, and I don't see any chances of improvement then. It's a sheer and mere stupidity. If we have to prosper, then we have to act upon these guidelines on emergency basis. Thank you for listening to me for a few minutes, and with this I end my today's discussion.